Hello, my name is Resilan, and welcome to Satisfactory. Today I'm going to be walking you through the beginning, or part 1, of my build for oil power. So in the last episode we unlocked oil processing, and in this episode we are going to begin and go through the process of showing you how I'm building my oil power plant. Now, if you remember, we have up here on top of the hill, if I zoom in up here, we can see that I have a coal power plant up at the top of the hill up there. That coal power plant up there is producing a total of 2,400 power. If you also remember, in one of the latter episodes we had the plastics plant, or our starter oil processing. That plant is producing 300 power. So for a total of 2,700 power that we're producing there. Now, if I come here and actually, open up the power here, you'll notice here that we're producing 7,200 megawatts of power currently in our plant. Now, that power plant means we are producing 4,500 power at the moment in our oil processing plant. Now we're going to go down here and take a look at what is the beginning of my build for that, and we'll talk through how I'm getting the power and what we're doing there. So we'll take the Explorer so that we can get the effect of going down the road that we have built. We have went out onto the coast down here, and there are 4 oil nodes down here. So for those of you who are familiar with the area down here, there are 2 pure oil nodes and there are 2 normal oil nodes. Those oil nodes can, if you fully overclock them, are capable of producing a total of 1,800 crude oil per minute. Now, we're not going to be using anywhere near that amount of crude oil in our current build. You can see kind of the plant over here to the right. You'll notice that it's not in a proper building at the moment. It is under construction, and I'm really not sure if I'm going to put it in a proper building, at least not right now. It may stay on a platform like this and what I'm doing within this. But this node module right here is set up. This particular oil extractor on this pure node is extracting oil, and it is feeding the oil into this set of refineries. Now I have 7.5 refineries that are producing heavy oil residue and polymer resin. The item that I care about is the heavy oil residue. I do not care anything about the polymer resin, and in fact, if we come down here to the end, you'll notice that we have our awesome sink down here, and all of the resin is being put into the awesome sink. Now I also have over here to the side, I have 10 packagers, and these packagers are producing packaged water. I'm bringing in each one of them, and we're bringing in 60 containers and 60 water per minute producing the water. I have water extractors over here. There are 5 water extractors powered on at the moment, and feeding this, we've got 600 water per minute coming into this little packaging station here, packaging the water up, and you see the blue packaged water bottles are going over here into the next set of refineries. And in here, I have 10 refineries that are right here. These 10 refineries are taking the heavy oil residue, and they're combining it with packaged water to produce packaged fuel. Now the heavy oil residue, is, if I remember correctly, and how I got that, is that now comes from the Awesome Shop. But that diluted packaged fuel recipe here is an alternate recipe that I got from hard drives. And so I've got the diluted packaged fuel. The diluted packaged fuel then is being shipped out of the refineries here into 10 more packagers, and those 10 packagers are unpackaging the fuel and sending the fuel into the fuel lines and taking the empty canisters and running the empty canisters back around here to my water station. So I've got I've got 10 packagers that are producing packaged water, and I have 10 packagers here that are unpacking fuel and then sending the canisters back around. And I've created a closed loop system. 5 of the packagers for water feed 5 of the unpackagers for fuel, and then all the containers are sent back, and I manually crafted a whole bunch of empty containers and put them into that system, and it's just sitting there feeding it. I don't have to build additional items. Now I'm taking the output, the fuel output, and sending it here into the generators. Now at the moment, due to resources, I have built 30 of the generators at the moment. So there's each row of these items right here is 10 generators, 5 on each side of the pipeline. And I've got 30 generators at 150 each. They burn 12 fuel each, and they produce 150 megawatts of power. So I have a grand total of 600 fuel that's being produced. I will be able to produce 50 of these generators for a grand total of 7,500 megawatts of power. That 7,500 megawatts of power is being produced by 225 crude oil. So if we go back to the original math and what I was talking about here, these extractors, that one there, that one over there, that one there, and that one right there, have the capability of producing 1,800 crude oil. With 1,800 crude oil, it is possible for me to build 8 of those modules, fully built out modules with 50 generators each. So I have the possibility of producing right here with these 4 oil nodes. I have the capability, if I want to use all of it for oil power, of producing 60,000 megawatts of power. That's a lot of power. I could do a lot of things with it. It is consuming a lot of my oil resources, but there's a whole lot more oil resources up on the Spire Coast. So this oil right here is we're turning into our one of our fuel plants, and we will be doing some other things. Now, part of the reason this is on a platform, I'm not sure I'm going to leave this as a just as a single plant here. I may end up doing this as multiple levels of this, or I may come back through once I get blenders in tier 7 and tier 8, and if I can get the diluted fuel blueprint that uses the blenders instead of using the blueprint that uses the packagers, I could simplify this build somewhat and produce the items with a blender instead. So may come back and do that once it's available and kind of clean things up. But I will finish this out. So this was part 1. When we come back, I will show you the fully built out both of these sections and have them fully built out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for updates when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, and take care.